marks a historic step forward in our national security. Let's go live to reporter Sarah Martinez at the Registration Center downtown.
More than 50,000 people have come here this morning to register. This is the future of secure identification, linking identity, healthcare, and payments in one verified system.
When the mark of the beast is introduced, countries will present it as a matter of national security. Every financial institution, from the banks, hospital, and even supermarkets, will state that it is a requirement that you have the mark.
I'm sorry, but without the mark, we can no longer provide you access.
Banks won't allow you to access any funds without it, and supermarkets won't allow you to purchase any goods without it.
You'll need to get registered before you can shop here, sir.
Hospitals won't treat any patient who hasn't been marked.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't proceed without your digital mark.
The mark of the beast won't be branded as evil. No, the mark will be incentivized. Early takers will be offered discounts and access to products and services. Then, gradually, those benefits will be exclusive, only to be available for the marked. They'll call it modern convenience. You'll call it a small price to pay, until the day you can't eat without it. Can't travel.
Reminder, all riders must verify digital identity before boarding.
Can't breathe in society.
I'm sorry, sir, we can't proceed without verification.
Unless you bear the symbol. You see, when the mark of the beast is introduced, the Antichrist will make life without it so difficult that many will simply cave into the pressure. People will feel the pressure from society to conform.
James Carter, please follow me to room 4.
You will see a desperate longing in the faces of people who just want life to return to normal. They simply want to be able to buy and sell freely. They want to work, socialize, and cling to whatever freedom they once had. The price to pay for this? A simple mark on the forehead or on the right hand.
Because that's what they go, no man can't buy or sell. What the Bible said they will be buying and selling.
This is Revelations chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles, the great millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful lake scattered abroad. Shalom to the 144,000. All right, my name is Ibar. Next to me,
Brother Amwan.
And we the brothers of the prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. All right, we want to go into this major prophecy. Okay, this video been going around. Shalom, brother Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash Brakatah.
Shalom.
All right. This video been going around, you know, the brotherhood, man, and it's heavy because, you know, they pretty much, you know, they touched all them points, okay, of what this MOTB is going to go into, what it's going to affect. Okay, what's going to happen is this system is already crashing. It just has not hit the ground yet. Okay, like George Collins said, America is circling the drain. Okay, so life as you know it is about to change drastically. All right, life as you know it is about to change drastically, and a lot of you people are going to submit unto this beast system. Take this at MOTB because you want to live. Okay, this is why the scripture says about we have lost our lives for His name's sake. You know, we had to lose ourselves. We had to lose our lives. He that seek to save his life shall lose it. When I can grab that too. Bring that back.
You want to bring it back in the NLT?
Bring it back in the KJV first.
Okay. It says, Revelations 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
So us that's serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the men that's serving the Lord, you know, patiently waiting for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, while everybody else is in their own little world. We have kept the word of the Most High's patience, which patience goes into suffering. This is not easy, okay? This is not something that anybody can do. You have to be a special type of spirit to be in this truth.
God.
Okay, to do this work. Okay, to go out to camp. All right, not just anybody can do that. So in that is suffering. Okay, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, the Lord is suffering. We've entered into his sufferings. Go ahead.
which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right, we're coming into a time of temptation where you're gonna be tempted, as you see in the clip. You know, we're gonna play it back too, but it was going into all the things that you're gonna be tempted by. As you see on the screen, that's Revelation 13 and 16 and 17. It says, and no man can buy or sell except they have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, even when you go, because one of the main parts I want to speak on this was when they went to the hospital. You know, when you go to the hospital, you got to pay money. Okay, you have to pay. Okay, you got to have insurance, but even if you have insurance, you still got to do a copay. You know, so hey, it's all through the spirit. A lot of people are gonna be injured. Okay, when the times we're coming into and all hell break loose, people gonna have to go to the hospital. If you got a gunshot wound and you gotta go to the hospital, and they tell you, oh, we can't help you until you take the MOTB. A lot of people gonna take it because you know if not taking it, you're gonna die. People are afraid to die. Okay, and that's why they don't want to suffer for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, but through the spirit, we see how this is coming. And as you're seeing in the end, you know, this is a video from the Brothers Arrows of Indignation, but beautiful brother, always dropping these banger snippets, man. You know, and brothers can build off of these videos. Okay, but as you've seen, in the end, you had those false prophets, the IUIC, ISUPK. Okay, these camps that's telling you that this is not that the MOTB is not the RFID microchip. They're leading you astray. Okay, a lot of these guys are sellouts with a 501c3. A lot of them are Freemasons. Okay, they ain't gonna tell you that though. So it's all through the spirit that, you know, the real men of the Lord, our elders and apostles, the great millstone on down, have been proclaiming this, you know, faithfully, diligently. Okay, but these other cats are sellouts, man.
That's right.
All right, and they're leading you in like flocks to the slaughter. That's it on that.
Yeah, I got an NLT.
Go to NLT. Go ahead.
It says Revelations 3 and 10 in the NLT, because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing.
The
That will
Lord
come.
said he will protect us from the great time of testing. We're coming into a great time of testing. We're going to be tested, man. Okay, everybody can say they believe in God. Everybody, you know, oh yeah, they serving the Lord, they believe in God. Okay, well, the Lord is going to test all of us.
Right.
It's like if you go to school and you study a particular curriculum, hey, the Lord's going to test you, you know, or your teacher's going to test you. Well, the Lord's going to test us, you know, and He going to test your faith, Rakatha. You know, bring that back.
It says, because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world.
Yeah, this is going to come upon the whole world, man. Like the C9. The C9 was worldwide. It was a pandemic, you know, global. You had people in all different countries wearing masks and 6 feet distancing, man. That shows you the power of this devil, the power of this beast system. Okay? What they say goes. All right? So this is going to come upon the whole world, and majority of the world is going to take it.
Yep.
You know, for the very reasons you've seen on the screen. Okay?
Yep. And this is going to be the new way for you to buy or sell. And being, with that being, you know, people are going to need it. You know, they're going to feel like they need it. They're going to feel like they got to get it to be able to survive in their society. You know, to be able to feed their families, to pay their bills, to keep their house and their cars. So that enough will tempt a lot of people, all right, you know, first quarter to, you know, want to receive it. But then they're going to come down with, you know, it's either, you take this or you die. Or you can no longer live in the society.
Right, you'll be outcasted from society.
And
That's why I said to test those who belong to this world. People that belong to this world, they're going to, hey, they're not going to want to die. Okay, their heart is in this world, so people are afraid to die. You see?
Yeah, and if I may add, and we kind of seen a little, you know, prelude of that with the C-19.
That's right.
You know, when people were pretty much freaking out, you know, knowing that they couldn't go to, you know, get on planes to travel, or they couldn't enter into certain businesses, okay, or even, you know, go to, you know, do certain things daily without having, you know, that certain thing that they require. It's going to be the same thing but on a greater level when it comes to the MOTB, man. You see, and these devils know what they're doing, okay, behind closed doors. All right, and that's why this thing is, coming out the way it is, coming out, because soon it's gonna become a reality to these people, man. Okay, yeah, you don't want to face it now. Yeah, you can act like it doesn't exist now, but soon, all right, this is gonna hit you across your head.
Yeah, it's gonna be a harsh reality. Let me grab this. This is Ezekiel. I was on that.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then they shall know that a prophet has been among them. So then everybody gonna come to the realization that the men of the Lord was right here in your face. And all throughout the week, on the YouTube, out in your particular cities, when you going out to the bar or whatever, hey, brothers out there, man, teaching the word. So people ain't gonna say that you can't say you ain't know. Okay? And then it says, and when this gospel, and it's like, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then they shall know that a prophet hath been among them. You're gonna know who the true prophets are, who the true men of the Lord are. Okay? IUIC with they flashy garments and ISUBK with all that black on, those are not the true men of the Lord. Okay? Those are not the true men of the Lord. And that's why they're getting the prophecies all messed up. Genesis, with that false hell doctrine. Sakari, this guy getting pegged. Okay? You got to come up under the elders of the apostles of Great Millstone, man.
And,
Those are the true men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
yeah. And, people are going to keep denying it until it's undeniable. It's going to lead to them even taking the seat here, even taking the chip. All right, and once they take it, a lot of people are gonna realize then. All right, but then you're gonna have people that's gonna realize once those nukes, come out the sky, then they're gonna be like, damn, the prophets told me about this. But it's gonna be too late. That's when those demons are gonna get out of their head. But it's gonna be way too late.
And that's how you're gonna be close to the end, because right now everybody's talking about the Hebrew Israelites. So as you go on TikTok, everybody's talking about the Hebrew Israelites this, the Hebrew Israelites that. So people go and watching the videos and they learning of the doctrine. Okay, they're being witnessed unto the word of the Most High. Okay, whether they like it or not, no matter how you feel about it, you are witnessing the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why the Lord didn't had him not take down TikTok yet. Okay, because that's how the word gonna go out, man.
Right, that's being used too.
Yeah, that's being used for them people to get familiar with the Hebrew Israelites. So every eye shall see. Okay, everybody gonna get that warning.
And it's crazy because that's like a very popular, app, being used. So people being on that app, it's quicker. It's going out a lot faster.
Yeah, and that's just spreading the word faster. On TikTok too, people got businesses on TikTok. You got a TikTok shop where you can go. People's whole lives are on TikTok, especially the younger generation.
Yeah, exactly.
The Lord is sealing them. Every time they watch these videos, they hear these shows, or see them in the Lord out there on the streets teaching, the Lord is sealing them. Okay, everybody's being sealed. Okay, for either salvation or destruction. Go ahead.
It's this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. It says, in the GNT, all right, verse 2, it says, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave me this answer. Write down clearly on tables what I revealed to you.
Right. These things clearly on the tables, man, which is what the prophets did. They wrote these visions that they seen. Okay, they wrote them down. Okay, the Lord was showing them visions of the end times, of these times that we're in right now. We're in the latter days. He was showing them visions of these times. He said, write this down, okay, because this is important. And we're still reading these writings to this day. Go ahead.
It says, so that it could be read at a glance. Put it in writing, because it is not yet time for it to come true. But the time is coming quickly.
Right. And it's not complicated, man. This video shows you exactly what this is talking about, and then then you got Bishop Nate with his breakdown of it, and you just reaching. It's like you trying to cover something up because these guys have sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, but the true men of the Lord are going to tell you this message, and it's going to be plain. This is in your face.
Right.
Okay, broad daylight, man. Because when you think about it, everything is going digital. You go to the stores now, you already seeing it's already starting to take place with the Apple Pay, cashless pay, paying with your palm, you name it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got the CDC, All right, the central digital banking, system, that being set up, Neuralink. Okay, it says, but the time is coming quickly, and what I show you will come true. It will. It says it may seem slow and coming, but wait for it.
Right, and our beloved elders and apostles been bringing this out for 30 plus years, telling people this was coming. So it may seem slow and coming. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Hey, that's us. We're the boy who cried wolf, but said we're not going to get eaten by the wolf. Okay, the prophet's been telling you this over and over again, the same message over and over again for years, decades. And people are like, oh, well, y'all been saying that since the 2000s, early 2000s. Well, now it's coming. Go ahead.
It says, continuing, Salaki.
Come on.
It says, and it says it will certainly take place, and it will not be delayed.
It's not going to be delayed. Okay, the Lord is not going to delay this much longer.
Yep.
This is why you see these things playing out in earth wave, playing out how things are speeding up. The Lord is done delaying these prophecies, man. Every other day you see in prophecies take place in the earth. Prophecies coming to pass. Go ahead.
It says, it will certainly take place, and it will not be delayed. And this is the message: those who are evil will not survive.
Right. This is the message: those who are evil will not survive. If you of this world, okay, you all caught up in Babylon. You're evil. You're wicked, and the Lord is going to destroy you. Okay, bring that back.
It says, and this is the message: those who are evil will not survive.
Those who are evil, you're not going to survive. All the wicked of our people, they're not going to survive. They're going to take it. They're going to take it. They're going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and they're going to take it, man. And you're going to see the same people get obliterated with thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
But those who are righteous will live because they are faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right. Those who are righteous, man, okay, will live because they are faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai. And this is going to be a thing of faith. When our temptation comes, it's going to be made known who truly believed in the Lord and who was just pretending. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai. It's going to be made known. Okay, the scripture says, then they shall know who are my chosen. Okay, the Lord ain't dealing with everybody. All right, Bishop Nate, Tazariak, Deacon Hakah, you got to, the Lord ain't dealing with those guys. And they're set up, which you always had sellouts in Israel that was selling out for money, for their own gain. They're set up to lead you astray, to lead you away from Yahweh Shem Shai, to lead you away from destruction, because they already sold out. They're already dead, like in the movie The Sinners. She said, tell them the truth. You dead. Okay? You niggas done sold out. You dead. They know they dead. They know they through. This is why they don't want to push the MOTB. You all in the Freemason lounges and shit. You dead. Okay? It's only a matter of time before a lot of these people get put to death.
Yep. They're reading off a script just like everybody else in this world. I got a precept as well.
Hold on. Finish that up. Was it on that?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 26. It says, for the Lord knoweth all of them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
All right. The Lord is going to deliver you unto death and destruction. And this is what this time we're coming into.
Yep.
Jacob's trouble, our temptation. This is it's like a bottleneck. Yep. And everybody, as you see in the thumbnail, everybody's being bottlenecked into one choice. The MOTB or no MOTB.
Yeah. And you're going to have people, sneak and get it. You try to hide it.
In the camps.
In the camps. And you going to know that they got it because those boils and those sores is going to, blisters are going to go all across their body.
And that's how you know when this thing comes, it's going to be just like how the C-19 came and went.
Right.
Remember how that was?
Oh, yeah.
They got all these people good, and then it just came and left. So this is going to come, and this is going to come, and this is going it's going to be, before you know, everybody got it. Just like the yab. Yep. People took the yab, and now they lying about it, they took the yab. But you went and took that yab.
Yeah. That's
still in you.
What you just, and you, like you said, it's still in you, which is going to cause you to still get sick at the end of the day.
Yeah. So it's like how it was all like the major new, and then people were just taking it, going back to the day, and then life just kind of cooled back down. Anybody really talking about it as much now?
Yep.
That's how it's gonna be with this MOTB. People gonna take it, and people gonna start going back to their life, and then you're gonna start seeing the effects of it.
Yeah. And you got people falling out still, you know, falling out and dying out of nowhere.
Right.
You know,
Suddenly.
man, you know, and you seen it, you know, it's a lot more, but you have a few that they will put on the news articles. You know, it's just a 19-year-old girl, she just passed out, you know, died.
Right.
And these young people, bro,
Die suddenly.
you know, die suddenly. I got another precept too.
Go ahead.
It's Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie."
This vision is for an appointed time. This is a particular time. This is gonna happen. Okay. What that is? Habakkuk.
Yeah.
He had just brought that in NLT.
Oh,
but you
okay,
can
okay,
keep on reading that part because it sounds different. Go ahead.
It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Uh-huh.
but at the end it shall speak."
And that appointed time was a particular time in prophecy. And then as we're in the end, it's starting to speak. You're seeing it play out. It's all over you. You know, it's all over the place. You can't get away from this technology. Okay, now they putting AI in your phones, you know. Then you have an old phone, the phone break down, and they make you get a new phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's all according to the time of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead.
It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Hey, and it's you know, you see it on the screen, it says coming soon. You know, so, you know, though it tarry, it seems to be slow, seem to have a delay, it's surely gonna come.
Right. And then it say, get ready.
Yeah, get ready.
And everybody ain't ready.
Right.
How can you get ready for this? You got to get ready spiritually. You know, you have to be ready in your mind and your spirit.
Hey,
You know?
the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be stability in the times. And strict salvation and fear the Lord is his treasure. Isaiah 33:6.
That's
So
right.
that's the only way you're gonna be able to prepare, all right, for a thing that's like this that's gonna come, man.
Hey, majority of people don't even know this is coming. All right, they don't even understand it. You know, and then the ones that do know what they're doing, they're making, you know, bunkers and trying to, you know, prep all different type of food and all different type of things, bro. But ultimately, the true, you know, preparation you need to do is spiritual preparation. You know, preparing your spirit.
Right.
And another thing I've seen too, it says national ID system launches, right?
Oh, now they talking about you can't
The
get on the
ID.
plane without
Yeah,
what they call it?
I forgot what they call it.
The real ID. You got to have the real ID to get on the plane.
Yeah.
So pretty soon there's going to be another ID. And this is all a process. They deal with gradualism. Pretty soon it's going to be another ID you got to have, and it's going to be that national ID system with the MOTB.
Right.
That's where everything is going to be in one place. Total control.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how Esau does, that's how he do these things, man. He do it in gradualism, leading to what you think is being normal, you know, and it's not. You know, he's just conditioning these people to pretty much get ready for what he's about to bring.
That's right. You can bring that out real quick.
This is Luke chapter 9, verse 24, right quick. It says,
Yeah,
for
it's on there.
for whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
And that's what people going to be trying to do. When they go to take the MOTB, they're going to be trying to save their life. And we're going to play this video again. They're going to show you what all these things you will not be able to do unless you have it. So if people want to go grocery shop and eat, you know, if you want to still go to the clubs and party and concerts, if you want to still be able to go to the hospital and get, you know, a lot of people are on medication. Okay, a lot of people are dependent upon, because they haven't taken care of themselves. They're dependent upon this, you know, this system. You know,
Hey, and it's crazy because when you think
it's a lot. Real quick though,
Yep.
what Esau do too is he do that shit on purpose. He will have you go to these hospitals. He'll get you hooked on all them drugs, all bugged out of your mind, where you're dependent upon his medication.
yeah,
A lot of people are dependent upon his medication. Hey, it's a blessing, and I have to take any medication.
right,
Everybody's on top of medication. If they're not physically hurt, you know, messed up, they're mentally. People are on mental medication. You know, psychotic meds, man. So when people can't get this stuff no more, they're gonna start losing their shit, and they're gonna do whatever they can to save their lives. Bring that back.
yeah. It says Luke 9 and 24, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it,
You're gonna lose it. Go ahead.
but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall be saved.
That's right.
It's like the same shall save it.
That's right. And us, when this time come, you gotta have that effort spirit, man. You know, fuck it. You know, your job tell you, hey, you can't work unless you get. Fuck it. You can't go into the store unless you get. Oh, fuck it. You know, the Lord gonna make a way for us. You know,
Right.
but everybody ain't gonna be in that spirit. That's gonna say you gotta have a certain kind of spirit to be in that to say that.
Yep.
And this time we coming into. So let's play this back, and then we'll grab some more precepts. Oh, the water.
Today marks a historic step forward in our national security. Let's go live to reporter Sarah Martinez at the Registration Center downtown.
More than 50,000 people have come here this morning to register. This is the future of secure identification.
You hear that? More than 50, she said 50 people? It's gonna be 50,000s of people, man. That's why we see, that's why you see the thumbnail. Let's bring that back. And we're gonna chop this up a little bit, add presets, some edification, more edification to it, and we're gonna close out. All right, praise edifying to the full leg. But let's play that back.
More than 50,000 people have
Boom.
come here.
More than 50,000 people have come there. That's why you see the thumbnails. You got thousands of people going into, you know, it's gonna be like a drive-through. You know those old beverage castles where you just drive through and get your beverage as you're still in the car. They're gonna have shit set up like that.
Right.
They showed you that with the 9, the C9. People went to go get that yab. They had drive-throughs.
Yep.
You know, behind my job, it was like a damn a field. You know, they was ducked off from everything in a field somewhere, sticking people. You know,
Right. It was a.
and it was a long line. It was
Yeah.
a long line, man. People. So that's how it's gonna be again. More than 50,000 people. You know, in one city, day by day. You know how quick that's gonna run up the whole. Before you know, everybody got it.
Right. And that could be in hours, minutes. You know, people rushing to it, man.
This morning to register. This is the future of secure identification, linking identity, healthcare,
Whoa,
and
that's
payments
heavy. Bring
in
that
one
back.
verified system.
Go ahead.
People have come here this morning to register. This is the future of secure identification,
This is the
linking
future.
identity, healthcare.
She said this is the future of secure identification. And it ain't a coincidence that they're talking about, you know, a real ID right now. You see? So these people, you tell that they working towards this, man. You know, these devils are crafty. All right? They real crafty, man. Matter of fact, if I can grab a quick one right quick. Going into the book of Micah, all right? Because Esau, you know, he'll get you, you know, with the whole media. He'll get you with the whole news and have you all, you know, caught up in it, man.
Like he did with the C9.
Yeah, before you know it, you
Everybody was sitting in front of the TV.
yeah.
You know, hey, in your break room, people was in the break room. You know, the whole warehouse is in the break room on break time, looking at the
Eyes
TV,
locked on the TV.
looking for what it was gonna say next.
Yeah.
People gonna be in that same spirit, man.
It says,
And worse, but worse.
Right. Just right quick. It's Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe, meaning destruction." It says, "To them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it."
Because they think this stuff up, you know, and really the Lord put the spirit on them through them left hand angels to think this stuff up and then put it into motion.
Right.
They have the means to do it. These people are trillionaires. They have the means to do it. Okay, these elites, man, what? they ain't got no money to feed people, but they got a money to send you out. You know, 50 million yabs in 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, make sure everybody get it for free. Same thing with this MOTB. This is gonna be how you get your new ID.
It says, because it is in the power of their hand. So, expounding on to what the brother was saying, these devils going to have the power to do this, and this is what they're going to do with that power. This is what they're going to demonstrate, man. You know, of them having that power. You see, Esau is going to use that to his advantage because he's running out of time.
Right. And he knows it.
Yeah.
He knows his time is almost up, so he's gonna come down with force. You know, he's gonna come down harsh. That's why 50,000 people gonna be in line, because it's gonna be like that. Your ass ain't coming to work. unless you go get that. You ain't coming in this store unless you go get that. That's what they said in this video.
It's gonna be new equipment at your job, and you use. It's gonna have it where you gotta use the scanner gun just to use it.
Right.
Hey, he's so
That's why,
crafty.
that's why the Lord said, we have persevered, all right, because we persevered through all of that. Like brothers gonna lose jobs, houses, cars, all the different type of things, and
Everything.
Everything.
We're gonna lose everything, man.
Yeah. And
Okay, if you can't pay for your license or your tag or your whatever, pay to get your car fixed, pay to get your oil changed, there's no more car. If you can't pay this rent, this mortgage, whatever the fuck you got, there is no more house. And you seen that happening already. Slowly, you got people getting evicted out of their homes. Their cars are getting repoed. Or breaking down, and they can't get them fixed because there's no parts because of the tariffs. They're gonna have your ass out here on your ass, and then people gonna be so tempted because they want to get back. They want life to get back to normal.
Right. Hey, it's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be like a worldwide system update.
A great reset.
Yeah.
They're about to reset this system entirely. Okay, there ain't gonna be cash. There's gonna be no more legal tender. Your debit card, we want to put it inside you. That's it.
Yeah.
And payments in one verified system.
When the mark of the beast is introduced, countries will present it as a matter of national security.
Okay,
Every
Jake.
financial institution, from the banks, hospital, and even supermarkets, will state that it is a requirement that you have the mark.
I'm sorry, but without the mark, we can no longer provide you access.
Banks won't allow you to access any funds without it. And
That means your own funds too. Your own funds. That's why I advise people to get their money out the bank. You hear about when the economy collapses or there's a depression, people what they do, they do bank runs where everybody rushes the bank to get their money out, and the bank doesn't carry enough money, so when you try to get your money out, ain't no money. By the time you're coming in too, the money ain't gonna have no value shortly after that either.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be, because at first you might be able to fool somebody stupid and say, hey bro, hey this, nah, they gonna bring them cash back. The cash will come back, bro. You can take this, and or like a barter system, but without no money, when that money goes out, everybody's on the same playing field. This is why people gonna have to take that MOTB in order to, stay afloat, to keep their head afloat.
markets won't allow you to purchase any goods without it.
You'll need to get registered before you can shop here, sir.
Hospitals won't treat any patient who hasn't been marked.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't proceed without your digital mark.
The mark
You hear that? So you got grandmas. How many people, took the yap for their grandma? If she ain't already croaked, guess what? She gon' croak because she can't go in there and get her medication. If she can't go in there when she having a heart attack, they ain't gonna accept her. You gonna call the ambulance? They're gonna ask you for the mark. You got to, oh, I'm sorry, we can't help you. Get up and leave while you in there dying. A lot of people are gonna die, and the elites are with that plan too. Their goal is to bring great death and destruction, so they want to start chipping at your people. This is gonna be a big part of it.
Hey, you had that guy Claude to the Swab say, and when that technology, I'm gonna say, okay, when that comes out, if you don't have it, you're not gonna be able to operate a part of society, man. You ain't gonna be able to participate. All right. So they're already telling you, all right. With crafty of words, man. What you're not gonna be able to do, what you're gonna be able to do, okay. And this is, touching up greatly on the point.
Right.
mark of the beast won't be branded as evil. No, the mark will be incentivized. Early takers will be offered discounts and access to products and services.
Wow.
Then, gradually, those benefits will be exclusive, only to be available for the marked. They'll call it modern convenience. You'll call it a small price to pay. Until the day you can't eat without it.
You'll call it a small price to pay until the day you can't eat without it. And that's what this is coming to. First it's gonna be, oh yeah, optional. Then it's gonna be mandatory because you can't eat without it. As you see on the screen, no man can buy or sell. How do you eat? You have to buy food. This is not rocket science. This ain't rocket science, man. Don't let these guys in purple, suits fool you. Dudes wearing Barney suits. Do not let them fool you. They playing in your face. They done sold out. They dead. They know they through. You don't get all that money from Esau and not have to jump through a few hoops, man.
Yep.
Okay? And no man can buy or sell except that he have the mark, the MOTB. Okay? Which is going to be that micro C-hip, man. They want to put that under your skin.
That's right.
Or the name of the beast or the number of his name coming soon. Get ready. Get ready. Okay? $144.
Can't travel.
Reminder, all riders must verify digital identity before boarding.
What's that scripture? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able?
Yeah.
Somebody grab that. See if you can grab it in a GNT too. Because you're not gonna be able to travel. You're not gonna be able to get an Uber, a Lyft, okay, get on a bus. Everything costs money. Everything costs money, man. All right? You're not gonna be able to do nothing without this technology. Okay? Without bowing down to this beast system. All right, this is why it's gonna be a great temptation. People are gonna be tempted, man. People are gonna be very tempted. And brothers have had visions of this. I've had visions of this time we about to come into, and I've seen the temptation on people, man. Shit, I was tempted. Okay? The Lord's showing brothers visions of how this temptation is gonna be. It's gonna be real. Okay? You're gonna have to really fight within it's gonna be a fight of the spirit against the flesh. You know how you ever go on a fast?
Yep.
And your flesh wants to eat, but your spirit's like, nah, I can't eat. When you go, you might have to fast a few days too, man. You might have to go a few days without eating. That's why you should be practicing now. Getting all that toxins out of your stomach, man. All them drugs. The food is drugs now, man. The food is the drugs, and the drugs is the food. And none of it is healthy for you. Okay, so when this time comes, the flesh is going to crave either the food or the drugs or the food. You got people that's addicted to drugs. They need, alcohol or something. They got to have some liquor. They can't imagine not going to be able to go into a store and get a bottle of liquor, okay, or go buy a damn eighth or ounce of marijuana. They can't imagine not be able to buy them perky pills, the Percocets, the goddamn, the cigarettes. People are the cigarettes. Oh, how they got them now?
Nicotine.
Them little vapes. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the vapes. Niggas, everybody and they fucking daddy got a vape now.
They're addicted to those things.
Bro, I saw, this is a spirit. I was in the store today. I saw the little advertisement for it. That shit said it had 9,000 puffs. They addicted down to the last puff.
And they batteries still be going dead.
And
Those shits, you gotta charge them now.
they be advertising it with all the LED lights and everything, like
The flavors and shit.
the flavor.
And then they got a commercial out right now going around of a Jake gaming, and he's hitting the vape, and the nigga lung collapse. He can't breathe. They got a commercial of that shit telling you what it's gonna do to you.
Hey, it was crazy because my coworker, man, he smoked with them. He smoked those things, man. I had to tell him, hey, when you smoke it, hey, blow it out the window, man.
Yeah, you get secondhand and get cancer.
Yeah, and I told him that. He was like, hey, man, you got pick your poison. So that's what these people are on, man,
Right.
picking their poison.
What she said, and soon it'll just be, what she say? It's heavy you've made that point. Let's bring this back a little bit. She said,
Available for the marked. They'll call it modern convenience. You'll call it a small price to pay.
a small price to pay. Pick your poison. It's a small price to pay
Yeah.
for that poison, man. Okay? These people out there, they love poison. Scripture says, all they that hate me love death. So smoking a vape, people gonna bug out and take it just to get a vape, bro. Them shits are more addicted than cigarettes, than, anything. Them shits are addictive. You got kids smoking that, man.
Yeah, man. And all these people are addicted to some type of drug here, man. That's all that's in it, everything over here.
And you know what Esau gonna do too? he gonna give you credits on your shit. He might give you the MOTB and give you credits on it already.
Oh, well, that's what they were saying.
Yeah, we're gonna give you credits. We're gonna give you discounts.
Yeah.
You can get it cheaper, and we're gonna give you the credits for it. So all you gotta do is come and take this. It's free, and we'll give you $5,000 in credits or whatever it may be.
Hey,
That's gonna be tempting as hell.
right.
When you trying to smoke, you trying to hit your vape. It's like crack to these people, man. You know, you be surprised how many people out here got a vape. When you talk to a motherfucker who's pull out a vape, the fuck is that? You know,
Yeah, you're gonna see millions of people having withdrawals, man.
withdrawals. Ooh-wee.
And withdrawals gonna be serious.
Crucial. Crucial. Withdrawals are crucial. People that be on drugs or anything. You withdraw from anything. Your flesh is bleeding. You know? People gonna be, you know, you see people that's on them drugs. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Shema Shabbat. That's brother Tajar Makazah. Shalom, bro. Hey, man.
Shalom, but thought.
When people can't get their dope, they on the corner get cold sweats, and their stomach hurt. My stomach hurt, man. My stomach hurt. You know, people gonna be losing their shit.
Outside screaming.
You can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
You can't tell them, hey, bro, no, I don't get it. Nigga, I gotta eat, nigga. My family my family starve. They gonna look at you crazy. You gonna be the problem. You want my family to starve, nigga? You try, you know? What Sinetta said, or Johanna said, I'm gonna take it and you gonna take it because I wanna eat and you wanna eat. People gonna wanna eat, man.
Yep.
Whenever the app came out, Sinetta, that nigga went and took it. He said, I've been holding out, family, but the whole family's taking it. They telling me to get it, man. I gotta take it, man. I've been holding out. People gonna try to hold out for a little bit.
72 hours.
That's all it take. That's all it's gonna take, bro. A few days and people, fuck it, man. I gotta do what I gotta do, and they gonna try to hide it. You know, going back to normal.
Hey, you know.
Hey, you know. Hey, you know, motherfucker acting normal on that day, you know, and they was just acting crazy a few days
Well,
ago.
like those Snickers commercials.
Yeah,
you're not yourself when you're hungry. People gonna get a lot real violent.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they told you if you get stabbed up in aisle 3 or outside the grocery store, and you gotta go to the hospital, they gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't help you because you don't have the."
Oh my God.
So now you even more. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. You gotta help me. You gotta help me. I'm about to die. We can't help you unless you get it. People gonna take that shit right down on the spot. Okay, give it to me. Okay. Now help me. And they still ain't gonna help you. They're gonna kick you. They're gonna kick the hospital bed out the door.
You still gonna have to wait.
They gonna roll that bitch in the traffic.
That waiting room.
Hey, you know, your modern day, you know, American or your average American are drug addicts. You know, whether it be to food or you know actual drugs. You know, now you got Jake saying that they can't eat without smoking. You know, so
Jake say that shit, bro.
They need to eat.
Jake
Eat
really
smoking.
say that shit, bro. That's crazy. I've heard that all the time when I was growing up, bro. A nigga can't eat or a nigga can't sleep without smoking. They gotta have a blunt. I gotta get a night blunt. That's how that shit have you. Scratching your neck and stuff.
Yeah, and really those drugs help them flee from reality. You know, so once they don't have those drugs anymore, now they gotta face reality.
They gotta face reality. They gotta face them demons.
Yeah, and you gotta face, you know, the fact that you can't get those drugs no more. You gotta face the fact that these motherfuckers trying to kill you.
Right.
You know, you can't provide for your family. That's why a lot of people are gonna be taking it too. I need to feed my family, man. You know,
It'll get violent.
it's gonna get violent, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And then when we out there telling you, no, don't take it. Shut up, because you making them feel bad for taking it. They in the spirit. They gonna take it, man. All right, they in the spirit. Yeah, they already made up their mind. And if you tell me that's when people that's when fake prophets gonna try to prophesy. You gonna go out there, don't take it, like the Christians and shit.
Yeah.
Don't take it. Get punched in your mouth. It might put you out to death right down the street. Then you shall know who are my chosen.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, it's all according to the spirit. Go ahead. That was it on that.
That was one video.
You got the China going to the city.
Until the day you can't eat without it. Can't travel.
Look how you looking at that fridge. You see how you looking at that? You see how you looking at that fridge, man?
Until the day you can't eat without it.
You gonna be down to the ketchup packets in your fridge, man.
Hey, motherfucker gonna be doing that about a good 100 times a day.
I'm trying to tell you, keep checking that fridge. Ain't nothing changing up. People gonna be done ate everything. They gonna be done ate the mayonnaise. Whatever they got left.
Ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup and the mustard. Hey, ketchup is gonna be a delicacy. You know the package you throw away? The mustard packet, it's gonna be a delicacy, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna open your fridge over and over again, and it's gonna be still empty. People, you see how you look in that fridge, man? They telling you in this video. I believe this is made from AI too, so AI know, man.
Yeah.
They know. Look at him.
The taste buds of those, the sensation.
Well, he just put his chin on the fridge. Like that's how people gonna be just staring in the fridge. We all know we've been there, bro. You remember being growing up, you ain't no food in the house.
Yeah.
Word.
You check the fridge over 100 times, and then one day, man, you just keep going back.
Ain't nothing in there. The cabinets.
You think about shit you can put together, trying to put, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shoot.
So people gonna be tempted. It's gonna be a hell of a temptation. You got it? Who got it?
I got
You got
that.
it. I got it.
Second Ezra 15, verse 17. It reads, "A man shall desire to go into a city
Uh-huh.
and shall not be able."
Yeah, you're gonna wanna go here or go there, you know? Leave your neighborhood, and you're not gonna be able to. You okay? You're not gonna be able to. They're gonna shut this place down. That's why they talking about another C-19 variant, man. They about to shut this place down. Okay? Yeah.
It says, verse 18, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Uh-huh.
The houses shall be destroyed."
The house is people. Hey, because of the people pride, people gonna say, "I gotta eat. I'ma eat. Oh, I'ma eat. A bitch gonna eat." This is the spirit niggas in, bro.
Gosh, bro.
They gonna eat. You know, so if you got food, they coming in your shit, man. All right, this is why they making it, harder, in these stores for the people, man. Okay, because they can't go in the stores. The next thing is go to your house.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a common thing of people coming home, people in your house. So you waking up, motherfuckers standing over you. Motherfuckers sneak in your house, just to run in your pantry, grab a few canned goods.
Right. And they ain't coming to ask and goddamn talk it over.
Right.
It says, "And men shall be afraid."
And men shall be afraid. People gonna be afraid. If the men gonna be afraid, how much more the women and the children? Everybody gonna be afraid. It's gonna be bad. But those of us that know Yahweh Shem Shai, that already knew this was coming, it's gonna be another day in the office for us.
Right.
We told you this was coming. We've already mentally prepared. We already read the scriptures, the instruction of what to do in this time. When everybody else is not gonna know what to do, what do we do? What do we do? We gonna know what to do. All right, the only thing you can do.
Right. Dang.
Call upon Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
You ain't gonna eat. What's that name? But that's why the scripture says, "Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power." Because when this place go down, we go up. Right now we at the bottom, but when this place go down, we go up. Everybody else ain't gonna have a fucking sound mind. All right, they're not gonna be able to think straight. We gonna be able to maneuver through this place. Okay, without it. That's it on that.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You got that on that?
It's a little bit more if you want me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This is verse 19. "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
Right.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword."
Yeah, they ain't gonna care about the grandma next door. The single mother next door. All right. They ain't gonna care about her or her kids.
Right.
And I gotta eat, man. I know she ain't got no gun. I'm just gonna take it, man. And as he eating, he gonna start popping. This is how it's gonna get.
Yep.
You woman that don't have a man, you gonna find out why you needed a man.
That's
Because
right.
you're gonna be a victim into any and every man.
That's right. And your feelings ain't gonna matter in that day.
Oh yeah. You can't cancel a motherfucker when ain't no food in the store.
It says,
When the internet done shut down.
Man,
right.
How you gonna call 911 when ain't no police coming?
Hey, niggas ain't gonna care no more, man. They already doing whatever.
Bro.
So
I watched the video the other day about this nigga Speed, the streamer Speed.
Yeah.
This nigga, he was talking to a girl on stream, and he got canceled for this shit, but he come back, whatever. He was talking to a girl on stream, he asked her a question, he said, "We was the last two people on Earth or on an island. Would you make a baby with me?" Or something like that. Would you reproduce with me? She said no. She didn't even kind of say no. She was like, some shit she said, but she kind of like lightweight said no. He was like, Who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me?
That's crazy.
You know, that's all people worried about is somebody trying to stop them. So when you ain't nobody there to stop them, motherfucker gonna come and take that shit, man.
Right. And he was just doing that for for the camera, but it wouldn't have been no goddamn stopping if it was a
Right.
case without no cameras in there involved.
It's the truth in every joke.
If it was just
Right.
them two, exactly.
It's the truth in every joke. You know, he's probably playing, but ultimately, you know, if it does come to that time,
Well, his true spirit, he was nigga forgot he was on stream. His true spirit came out, and it got awkward. He was like, "The fuck? So who gonna stop me?" He was screaming that shit though. He and that's a nigga.
Right.
Nigga ain't who gonna stop him? He dead ass. This is a grown man. What you gonna say? No. He gonna punch you in the mouth. This is the time we're coming into. If you, and they may have the police still around or whatever. And if you need help from the police, you're gonna have that MOTB. If you want 911 that pick up the phone, the ambulance, firefighters, whatever. If you want to get any type of service from this government, you're gonna have that MOTB.
Yeah. It says, continuing, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, the Lord gonna spoil their goods, come in the house and kick in your door and take all your food. Cause ain't gonna be no food in the store. Once there's no food in the stores, the next step is your house. Okay? You gonna be asleep in the middle of the night and hear people trying to break in the house. What you gonna do in that moment?
what can you do?
What can you do? What if you walk out of your room and somebody's sitting in your living room?
Chilling.
Jake came home. It was a video of older Jake came home and it was a nigga in his living room. He had the gun. Nigga said, "Put that gun down, I'll beat your ass." And they put the gun down and had to whoop his ass in his living room. It was a video of an Edomite that just walked up in these Jake's house.
Wow.
And when they said something, "Get out of here," she started swinging on him. Imagine somebody start swinging on you in your own house. That's why I said he shall not pity his neighbor. It's not gonna be no pity out here.
It's gonna get real tragic.
Yeah, every dog form it's gonna be a dog eat dog world. If you a small dog, you gonna get approached by a big dog.
Yeah.
That's how it is in prison. America's gonna be one big prison, man. Everybody fighting and straggling and stabbing each other for the last, honey bun or something.
Twinkie.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 24 says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies."
Yeah, friends that been friends for 20 years. I know you since I was in kindergarten. We was in kindergarten. They're gonna be fighting each other, bloody in the streets. Over the last can of Vienna sausages. Fighting each other, man. People won't come together to, "Hey, buddy, what do you do? What do we do? What do we do?" Thinking they can work together and stuff. And then they're going to run out of food and it's going to be a fight. Okay, to the death. And whoever dies, you're going to end up in the bowl.
Hey, even with that, the Jabberwocky, if you didn't have that, you had friends fighting each other for it. Like, hey, bro, like, you don't got it? So how much more?
Family cutting you off.
Yeah, family cutting you off. How much
yeah.
more when you don't got that chip, man? You don't got it yet. And then the scripture
You can't come
says-
around me. You can't come around me, bro.
Yep. And it will deliver you up until, Satan, to deliver you unto death. And ultimately, that's going to, they're going to do that to the prophets, the men of the Lord, because we the main ones that's not going to get it,
Right.
It goes on, I bring it back. It says, "And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run."
Right. The water ain't going to work. The light ain't going to be no electricity. Okay. It's going to be a complete shutdown. Okay. It's going to be a complete shutdown, and people going to be just hoping they can get life back to what it used to be.
It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all those that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world."
And the end of your world, okay? This world as you know it is coming to an end. Okay, life as we know it is coming to an end. And we're going to see it in these last days. All right? We're going to see it. We're going to experience it. This is from the brother Taziyar Makazah, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 69. "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. Those people that take it.
Yep.
The water, brother. Yehovah Shema Shabrakatah. The people that take that thing, man, you gonna be had in derision and a reproach, made fun of, scoffed at, despised. Because what? You showed yourself. Shit. You showed yourself to not have no integrity, no backbone. No morals, no principles, no standard.
Especially when things start to go rough. You start getting those sores and those boils, and people start to see that chip for what it really is. A lot of people gonna be looking at you like, you really took that, man.
Hey, yeah, especially when Esau come down having great wrath, man. And he gonna have a funny way of showing how he gonna do you people, man. Especially you Jakes. Scripture says, never trust thy enemy. That's literal, man. Like serious.
Right.
Never trust thy enemy, man. This devil will show you his horns in a quick second. All right, he really about to show a lot of you people. All right, coming soon, as you say.
Right. I'll finish this out and then grab the judgment. You can grab the boils.
Can't travel.
Reminder, all riders must verify digital identity before boarding.
Can't breathe in society
I'm sorry, sir. We can't proceed without verification.
unless you bear the symbol. You see, when the mark of the beast is introduced, the Antichrist will make...
I got this scripture right here because this is what they always say. Which when they talk about the Antichrist, really they're talking about this beast system. Okay, they think it's gonna be one particular man, but they're talking about this beast system. Okay, and the people that's not against this truth, those are the real Antichrist. Okay, the people that end up taking it, as the scripture said earlier, the people that are evil, the ones who ain't right, who are really anti-messiahs, because if you reject this truth, then you are just rejected the true God of the Bible, the true Lord of the Bible. Okay, so you are anti-messiah. Let's grab this. It says, 1 John chapter 2, verse 18, little children, this is the last time. This is the last time, man. And as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Like what he talking about. The Antichrist will make life without it. Nay, well, this is the Antichrist. It says, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So people don't understand what that word Antichrist means. There's many Antichrists. If you don't worship and serve Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and that's there ain't no God, Jesus, none of that. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You are an Antichrist. You are against the Messiah. You're calling upon a different God, a false God. You still pray, praying to white Jesus. You're calling upon a false God. You are an Antichrist. You are against the true Messiah. Okay? But when they say this, he's talking about the beast system. The Antichrist will make it life without it. That's this beast system, Esau. All right? Had to clarify
We can't
that.
proceed without verification.
unless you bear the symbol. You see, when the mark of the beast is introduced, the Antichrist will make life without it so difficult that many will simply cave into the pressure. People will feel the pressure from society to conform.
James Carter, please follow me to room 4.
You will see a desperate longing in the faces of people who just want life to return to normal.
People gonna be miserable, man. They're gonna be miserable. They're already miserable now with all the. That's why people are complaining about the gas prices, the food prices, the cost of living. They're miserable. People ain't smiling how they used to be in 2005.
Right.
People are catching hell. All right, it's just getting worse and worse. They don't see no end.
Yeah, they mirth is turning to sorrow. Yeah, the roles are flipping. I got it.
They simply want to be able to buy and sell freely. They want to work, socialize, and cling to what...
Like how you can do now. You can buy and sell freely. They gonna want the old life back. Okay, that's it.
To return to normal. They simply want to be able to buy and sell freely. They want to work, socialize, and cling to whatever freedom they once had. The price to pay for this? A simple mark on the forehead or on the right hand.
But that's what they're going to do.
Yep. So that's gonna be the simple price to pay for it, man. And a lot of people are going to pay that price. A lot of people are going to be willing to pay that price, man. All right, ready. We're willing to do whatever. You know. That this is the harsh reality. This is the truth.
That's right.
We here to tell you the truth. So how you gonna pull up on you if you ain't got it? You try to go in the grocery store. Hold up, nigga. What you doing here?
Manager in the goddamn.
Hey, you remember when C9 came and they had the security outside certain stores?
Yeah.
You think that was about nothing? That was predicted. They was getting you ready for this. You tried to go into Walmart during the pandemic. They had security at the door.
You try to go in there without no mask, they
Oh.
whoop your ass.
Yeah, the security right there. And no, you can't come in. You can't come in here.
You got the mask, sir. You can't come in. Sorry, you can't come in.
That's what they're preparing you for. Okay.
I need a mask. I just gotta go in. You need a mask, sir.
Mm-hmm. What y'all got? Let's close out.
Close it out with this Revelations.
Okay, now I'll just get the bowl.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 16 verse 2. It says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the man which had the charagma of the beast, and upon them which worship his image."
Mm-hmm.
And it says, come on.
Bring it back.
It says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the man which had the charagma of the beast."
Right. Those that take that MOTB, you're going to get a noisome and grievous sores. Okay? Either around the spot where you took it at or probably all over your body or as time, goes on. But people going to start to blister up. You're going to like you have warts. Okay? Cancerous blisters too. It's going to be pus leaking out of it. You're going to be talking to a person and the pus going to pop on them, a pus bump going to... Oh, what the fuck with that? You know?
You know how you burn yourself and then afterwards it get like the little
Yeah,
pus.
get a little scalp, yeah. People gonna have it all over their body, And you gonna know who these people are who took it because they gonna be literally getting radiated from the inside out. They're gonna be getting roasted, man.
Cooked.
Microwave. You ever see you ever put a hot dog in a microwave? Look how that turned out for the hot dog, man. That's what happens when you got human flesh, and they're gonna turn them frequencies up. So it's gonna pretty much turn you into a conductor, okay, where electricity is gonna flow through your body. You're gonna start to blister up. Cancerous blisters. But if you take this, that's how we gonna know who took it.
Yep.
You're gonna have guys that claim to be men of the Lord right now. All them guys, IUIC, IHBK, that's pushing this madness, they gonna take it, man. It was niggas at IHBK that took the app. Niggas was at IHBK was making videos about, I'm going to take the V. Bragging about it. So they're gonna do the same thing. This ain't the MOTB, I'm gonna take it. See, look, ain't nothing happened to me. They're gonna be the scoffers and the mockers. I'm eating, you niggas gonna make, making videos and shit. They're gonna take the Lord gonna convince them in their mind to take it some way, somehow, just so he can destroy them. That's it?
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
God. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, getting straight to the point. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his hand, or in his forehead, or in his hand."
Right. If anybody take that's MOTB. Okay? If anybody take this is the judgment. Go ahead.
"The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shai,
The same is going to drink of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? It's good. And go ahead.
which is poured out without mixture."
No mercy. This is why people, when they drink, they got to have a chaser. I need a chaser because that liquor is strong. You ever seen a person, take a shot, their first shot, they face, you turn up, This is how this judgment's going to be. It's going to be without mercy. And imagine the dregs, the bottom, the most concentrated part of that bottle, That's how you're going to taste the wrath of the Most High. That's how you're going to drink the wrath of the Most High. You're going to be fucked up. Catching hell in your mind, in your body. They showed you that. Go watch the movie Implanted. You probably found it on Tubi too. Implanted. She was messed up. okay? And then you're gonna be boiled up, and then you're gonna get hit with a nuke anyways.
Wow.
So it's just gonna get bad, worse, terrible,
Horrifying.
ridiculous. And that's how you gonna know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's when people gonna come to realize the Lord is real.
Right. Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Into the cup of the Lord's indignation, his righteous anger. The Most High is pissed. He is pissed. He's tired of this. He let this place go long enough. Okay? Your sins have reached unto heaven. The Most High is pissed. So He's going to send his son. He's going to put the spirit of these nations to press them buttons. Okay? And he's going to send every nuke they have. Every nuke is about to get used up. They talking about all these missiles. They all got about to get put to use. Missiles that you see on TV and shit. You know how they be having them parades? North Korea, China, Russia be having them little parades where they showing their nuclear arsenal and shit. One of them nukes you probably ain't seen on TV one time. You gonna see that fucking in real life. Can you imagine that? You done seen the nuke, and there'll come a time where the Lord will have that same nuke happen to come to your neighborhood.
Right.
And blow the block off.
Gonna crack the sky.
Crack the sky.
See that been coming full.
You know, they all going, you know, which, you know, particular types, they all, particular kind of missiles, they look the same. So you're gonna think it's just another missile, but the Lord gonna have it where it's be that same missile you've seen on TV.
Says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Tormented. When that fire hit, boom, and everything is hot. That's you getting tormented. You ever see them videos? They talking about how hell sounds.
No, yeah.
Ah! People just screaming and hollering.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh! Ah! They wailing.
And gnashing of the teeth.
All them voices just ah, and you hear the from the fire. People gonna getting tortured, man, in the sight of the angels and in the sight of the Lamb. The Lord and the angels and the elect are going to be in the heavens sitting down watching people get destroyed. Scripture says, only with thine eyes shall I see the reward of the wicked. If you take that MOTB, you're going to be one of the people down there burning. Doing the stanky leg and doing the Harlem Shake in thermonuclear fire. Okay? Everybody, niggas on TikTok dancing. You're going to be dancing your ass off.
Shaking your hips.
Shaking your hips.
On the Harlem Shake.
Ah! 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 And you're going to be thinking about the prophets, men of the Lord.
Shaking your behind.
That you mocked, you scoffed, you played games with, you disrespected. You're going to be thinking about those men that was out there and, you know, trying to warn you. That's all we're doing, trying to warn you. You're going to be thinking about that as you melting. Okay? The Lord is about to turn this place into a lake of fire. Let these niggas Dika Hakai and Hassad play games in your fucking face all day. They know they dead. They know they through. Keep playing stupid, man. The Lord is about to melt this bitch. Somebody grab me that. Let's close out with that. Grab that scripture, leave you there and melt you. Because people don't understand. The Lord is about to turn this place into a lake of fire. Let these niggas keep playing with you. Let them keep telling you niggas on their comment board, yeah. Listen, you still listen to these niggas? Okay. Keep playing, you're going to find out. It's their job to lead you astray. It's their job to confuse you. We're going to tell you what it is. Hey, ain't that stove hot?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch that stove. Ain't that stove hot? Imagine that all over your ass. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 20, it says, as they gather silver and brass and
What
iron.
verse?
This is Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 19. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem.
Right, because you all become filthy. You all become abominable. You all become wicked. Okay? Impure. I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem. That's why people are all getting, you know, brought to America. People coming in here, you know. The Lord is gathering people here for their destruction. Go ahead.
It says,
I will gather you in the what?
in the midst of Jerusalem.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, as they gather silver and bronze and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it.
Right. So you had, you took gold and you want to form gold, you had to bring all that gold and put it into a fire and melt it. Okay? So this is what they about to do. The Lord's about to do with your people. He's about to melt you. Go ahead.
It says, so will I gather you in my anger.
In the Lord's anger, he's pissed. That's why it said this indignation. This ain't just no petty, wicked anger. This is righteous anger. If somebody was to, do something to your child and you angry, that's a righteous anger because you did something wrong. You offended. It's not just no ordinary anger, Go ahead.
It says, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
The Lord said he's going to leave you there and melt you. Okay? So when you take the MOTB, the sky going to crack. You're going to see missiles coming. You're going to have all the impending news. You're going to see the sky open up. The Lord going to come through with the angels, gather the elect, and leave you. Or you saying, Jesus, please, help me, please. He going to leave you. That's why he said, he shall some, Lord, Lord, he said, get thee from me, I have not known you. Get away from me, I don't know you. You do not want to hear that from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Get away from me, I don't know you. And then just chariots fly over you, and then the nukes come. Boom, boom. He gonna leave you there and melt you. This is the warning coming out through the Spirit from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. F around and find out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Keep listening to Deacon Hakai and all them clowns. Play your stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's it on that? All right, yes, it?
Yeah.
Let's close out, man. Hey, so Lord willing, you was edified, through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Call Halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakadash. We at the end of this place, repent, come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Whatever you do, do not take the MOTB. Do not take the micro C hip. Okay? You should know what that is by now. Do not take that. If you take that, that's on you. You've been warned. The blood is off of our hands. Okay? Our job is done. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, great millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful lake scattered abroad. Shalom.
Shalom.